Welcome to a Traffic Domination podcast, where entrepreneurs come for traffic answers. And here are your hosts, Rob Reese and Wayne Crow.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob Reese here, helping you succeed, along with your host with the most, Wayne Crow. How's it going, my friend?
Wonderful, mate. Wonderful.
Listen, the last time we did a show, you just finished getting married. You went on this long vacation. How was that, man?
It was awesome. A bit warm for me. I'm not a big fan of the heat, but no, it was lovely to relax, not have my laptop open for 2 whole weeks. So that was the first for me.
When I was trying to contact you, not knowing ahead of time that you were gone, and all of a sudden your virtual assistant is messaging me, I'm like, what in the world is this guy talking about? And they're like, oh yeah, it's your virtual assistant. It was just a funny thing, but I'm glad you had a good old time. Where'd you go?
We had 2 holidays. We went to Rhodes, Greece, and we went to Centre Parks there in the UK, which is kind of like a forest retreat type thing, of adventure holiday in the forest where you climb up trees and archery and quads and all that kind of stuff. So it was good fun.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like some hippie vacation kind of thing, like a forest orgy or something. I don't
know. Sort of like that, but we took our family. So
yeah. Well. The last show we talked about my product launch for Social Cash Machine, and really the journey that I had going through that. Now the launch has been completed. Went for a week strong, and listen, it was probably the most fulfilling, really cool experience that I've ever had in this in this entire journey of being in affiliate marketing and internet marketing, because there was just so many different moving parts that really I didn't think of until it came about, to where I needed it to happen, or needed this particular piece to work out. And I got to tell you, I learned so much so that I can certainly learn from my mistakes the first time and do it the second. And one of the biggest takeaways that I had was, really, if you're considering doing this, you need to, because those who release products do much better. And of course, you're building your own brand, you're building a following, and we'll kind of talk about building an authority later on. But one of the things I noticed is that you never really get to scratch off all of your tick boxes, if you will. You just got to do it, and then see what happens, and then learn from your first go around to make the second go around much better. So I did quite well for my first go off. I've heard some horror stories of people selling 2 units. 2 units on their first launch, no following, no nothing. Certainly brand new to the space. I released on JVZoo, and I'm still actually getting sales even on after the launch, since I put it as an evergreen product, to where people are paying more now for the product than they were before. And I'm almost at 100 solid subs right now for that course that I did.
Wow, that's awesome, mate. Well done. That's brilliant.
I had very few affiliates. I didn't have that many. A lot of people signed up to promote.
Yeah,
but
I guess it's always the way.
Only a handful actually sold. And believe it or not, I actually ended up selling more of my own stuff, utilizing just free different traffic methods and the email list that I already had, which was really cool. And I got to keep a lot of the affiliate commissions, because I sold them a lot myself. So it was absolutely awesome. It was hard. It's not easy, but it's not so difficult to where it can't be done. And I thought it was awesome.
That's brilliant. whilst I was away on holiday, my team came up with an idea on a product. I think you might have seen the post today. And I said, yeah, go with it. And they done $1,500 worth of sales. It isn't a massive amount, but it just shows you what you think it can be done when you've got the idea and a decent product. So, what's your plan now, mate? What is your plan now? Are you going to release another one? Are you going to push this one more? Are you going to find more? What is your kind of next steps?
Well, the one thing that I learned, because there are plenty of different networks that you can do affiliate sales on. You can do JVZoo, you can do ClickBank, you can do Warrior Plus, you can do Zaxa, you can do Thrivecart. I mean, there's so many different avenues that you can go about. You can create your own affiliate program to where you're not sharing any affiliate, not necessarily affiliate sales, but you're not putting it on a network to where they're taking little fees like $1 here, $1 there. But what I did is I released on JVZoo, and what I've noticed, and just through some very wise counsel from guys who have done this for quite some time, it seems that overwhelmingly they had said you should have released it on Warrior Plus for an info product. An info product is going to do much better on Warrior Plus. There's going to be a much richer capability of doing a lot better on there, especially if it's more of a lower ticket front end price point. Whereas JVZoo does well with info products if A, you have a large name already, and B, mostly software. So what I'm going to be doing is I am working on a second course, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-release the product on Warrior Plus and see what kind of results I get from there. And that's one thing that I've noticed that people don't take very much advantage of is sometimes you're going to get a much larger, different, diverse community to not only promote for you, but that also are buyers, a different community of buyers from a different network. So I'm going to see from doing the same amount of work if I can take what I've already done in JVZoo with my initial launch and re-release it under a different name, same stuff, and see if I can get some additional sales from there.
That will be awesome to see if that proves that there's a different audience, different buyers, different affiliates. Because obviously I'm new to product launches as well. I've launched loads of products, but not in the way you're doing it. Because you're basically growing your affiliates as you go. You've got a following, but it's not massive. So you're kind of building as you go, aren't you? I can imagine the second one you kind of release, the second product release gains even more traction. So it's kind of growing from that point of view. The more you do, the more you'll grow. It's the way I imagine it. Tell me if I'm wrong there, but that's the way I kind of envisage how these guys get so big. Is they're building their buyers list all the time.
That's right. People, there's really a kind of a split feeling about this, about releasing products all the time. The way I see it is, as long as you're putting out good content, it doesn't matter how often you're putting out there. If you're producing good content, there should be no problem with how often you're doing so. But I think the worry is if you're putting it out so often, if you're putting out so many so often, are you really taking the time to actually make a good quality product? And I'm saying if you're getting results and you're able to share those results with people, do it. Releasing as many as possible. So my next release is going to be how to build a membership website to drive and build up your authority and your business in affiliate marketing. And I'm providing the software that will enable you to build a membership website. It's really cool. The software is done. I'm actually I'm building out my next course inside of this new membership platform that I'm doing it. The last one was using WordPress and a simple password protected page that would integrate with JVZoo. What I'm going to be doing on this one is making sure that I can provide the way for them to actually be able to build up a membership website without having WordPress or anything like that. And it's just going to be a one-off cost for them, which will be nice. And in addition to that, it enables you to build that list as well directly from inside of the platform. It's really going to change a little bit of I think the marketing game as we know it for email marketing, because we were seeing a decline in open rates. We're seeing all of these things, and we're trying to figure out new ways on how to reach these people with our promotional messages. And what I'm doing is building inside of the membership area. I'm still testing this out, but I'm hoping to be able to do broadcast messages to your entire base inside of the membership platform that will be included for everyone who signs up for my course.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds awesome. So your first product, how long did that take start to finish, from kind of when you come up with the idea to when you officially launched?
Well, I'll tell you what, the numbers are a little skewed, and I'll tell you why, because I am the biggest procrastinator in the world, okay? As you know, Wayne, I'm in here right now, and people do not see me. If you're watching the broadcast, but my waist down, I've got no pants, okay? And it's simply because I'm a bum at home. I just love lounging around in my underwear. Like, I wish my branding was called marketing in my underwear, but somebody already got that.
I'm pretty sure someone's got that.
So it's simply because I mean, if I were to condense everything I did into a straight start to finish, it probably took me less than 2 weeks to get everything done. Like, honestly, and I'm considering working, 5 to 8 hours per day, straight 2 weeks, like a regular work week or a work day amount of time, 5 to 8 hours a day for 10 days straight. I probably could have gotten everything done that I did. But honestly, it took me almost 2 months, just because I'm a big procrastinator, to get everything done. But that taught me a much more valuable lesson than anything, because at the end of it all, I said, it wasn't that much work for me to actually get it done. The harder work was the recruiting, was the reaching out to people to promote, was the pushing of getting my course into affiliates' hands. Hey, test this out. Let me know what you think. Here's a review copy. Everything that they needed in order to see whether or not it was something that they wanted to promote. That was really the harder part than anything. And I think I mentioned that in the last episode as well. But guys, procrastination will kill you. I firmly believe if I finished everything that I did with building out the course, the pages, the whole nine, if I was able to get it completed in an actual 2-week time frame, I could have gotten so many more affiliates on board to actually promote this and do a lot better. But I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. Now it's time to move on to the next one. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. It's like that saying goes, right, Wayne? That saying that if you mess up once, shame on me. If I mess up twice, shame on So
exactly.
So
yeah. So your goal this time is, I suppose, to try and get it done without all the procrastination, get it done quicker, and then long term, will that be a case of, I need to churn out really decent quality every X amount of time to take you towards your kind of goal? Is that kind of, or are you going to just release a product where you feel you've got something of really high value, or what's your kind of long term game plan? If you can.
Well, my long-term game plan is going to eventually, hopefully, just become more of a coach, and help maybe establish new marketers and kind of evaluate new marketers. That's kind of my long-term goal. But what I want to be able to do now is provide enough valuable content to where people can put it to action and see results. My main thing is don't try to be so valuable that it's going to take you forever to do a course, but enough value to where people who apply what you're teaching them will see results. Case in point, I have a student in our membership group that applied what I taught, and in less than a week, less than 1 week, he started seeing results. He started seeing commissions come in. He's been messaging me and sharing his wins on social media and tagging me in them. He's like, awesome. Man, I've never been able to apply something so quickly and see results so quickly other than your course. It's not overly hyped. It's not something that is so difficult that it's going to take forever to implement. But it is something that will show tangible results very quickly.
And that's brilliant. You got a testimonial. So for your evergreen side of it, that just help more, each and every testimonial like that just gives it more and more weight, which is fantastic. That's awesome, mate. So I can tell you from experience, I've coached over 100 people now, and people who can make a product work is very different from the amount of people that make coaching work, if that makes sense. So you might sell 100 units of your product, and one might be successful, but if you get 100 students, you're going to have about 20 to 25 that are successful. Not everyone will be successful, but one of the things I'd like to talk about in the future is like when you talked about procrastination. That's one thing I'm working on heavily at the minute. I don't know if you've heard of a book called The Morning Miracle.
The Modern Miracle?
Morning Miracle.
Morning Miracle. No, never heard of it.
Never heard of it. I've listened to it. I'm now coming up to start my 4th time reading it, and implement what it does. And basically, you wake up early. So this morning I was up at 6 a.m. I was up stupid o'clock, and you go for a ritual in the morning. One of my good friends, we chatted about him earlier. One of my good friends saw this book as the turning point in their internet marketing career. And they're not small-time earners, if you know what I mean. They're big authorities, and they put it down to this book. And I've been for it 4 times now, and I've implemented everything in the book. Whenever I'm in the car, I listen to it, and that you can see how that really prepares you for your day, sets your day up, and stops you procrastinating, really making the most of the day by working on your mindset, personal development, all that kind of stuff. So that would be good to do something about that later on as well. That'd be really interesting to see, because from all the big authority figures in the space I work in, they all tell you to work on mindset. They all tell you personal development, mindset, and kind of, now I've been through this, it all starting to make sense why you work on that stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%, and I feel like I'm in a session with you. Like, I feel like you're my psychiatrist right now. You're giving me the life coaching that I need here. But I 100% agree with you, Wayne, because what I'm noticing is that if you can put things in the correct perspective and you're able to outline exactly what you want to get done, what things need to get done, and be able to prioritize and literally knock out everything that you do. You know, I have this big thing. I like, I don't have it here, but I like notepads. I like the old school notepads with pen and paper, you're right. And when I have tasks, to put them down on paper, and then as soon as I'm done crossing them off, it does a couple of things. I think for me especially is it gives me a clear understanding of what needs to be done for the day. Second, it gives me the ability to see what I've accomplished throughout the day. So when I finish a task, I cross it out. Now I know it's no longer on my list, and I can move on. And it's so helpful to me as of recent that that it allows me to actually say at the end of the day, wow, look at what I've actually accomplished. I've actually got things done instead of being all over the place. One of the biggest things for me is being all over the place. I think I have a little bit of the ADD stuff going on, and I try to do 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and then I get thrown off track and I never get anything done.
Yeah, I think everyone has a bit of that. If you saw my two, I work in the same way. I joined the 21st century about 3 months ago. I went from post-it notes you stick on the table to post-it notes you have electronically on your desktop. So that's me joining the 21st century. But this is it's kind of different. It's more like you spend the first hour and a half, let's say, of your day not even thinking about work. It's kind of bizarre how you clear your mind out. You work on yourself. You work on things like meditation, which I actually started about 2 years ago. All these airy-fairy kind of things that I never thought would work, but they work. It's phenomenal to see the change in yourself when you go through these things. But we'll talk about this at a later stage, because this is a whole subject in itself, and it's really quite. It frees your mind up.
Hey, paging. This is where we got to page Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins.
Let's get him on. Let's get him on the Traffic Domination podcast.
Listen,
I don't think I've got enough money for half an hour.
I'll email that guy left and right. Listen, let's get you on the podcast, my friend. Come on now.
We got $50. Will that get us half an hour?
Hey, what does he do? That mantra that is like believe it and receive it or something like that.
Yeah,
listen, I can believe, I will believe to get him for free. I will email his secretary or whatever, and we'll get him on the show.
We've got to name this podcast Tony Robbins is great. And we'll let you hear it, and we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see what happens.
All right, man. So what else is going on with you, man? I know that you just mentioned a little while ago something new with Traffic Domination. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we've got an exciting new product come out. It's not a product, it's more of a system, which is going to be very exciting. It's took us a lot of time. It's now in the final stage of development and content, videos, but it's basically a system that's free.
Okay.
So when we think of Traffic Domination, for example, it's made for internet marketers. It's made for people who want to learn solo ads, Bing, CPA, media buys, all this technical stuff that takes a while to learn. You might need a bit of money behind you to get started. So we wanted to create something, a system, not a product, where people can start for free. They can earn for free. They don't need to spend $5,000 on traffic. They don't need to spend 3 months learning these technicalities and really understanding what keyword research is or the flow of traffic through a funnel, all this kind of stuff. It's a basic set up the system, follow the instructions, and away you go. So that's what we're working on at the minute, and that'll hopefully be released within 2 weeks. And I've got a feeling that that's going to explode because of the people we've got inside Traffic Domination, big traffic providers, from pretty much every traffic method you can think of. And everyone's learning new traffic methods all the while. So I know a lot of those will be pushing this free product because the commissions are good. The teaching inside it is good. And you can earn for free. You don't have to invest anything to actually start earning with it, which is very unusual.
That is unusual. I don't know of very many systems out there that allow you to sign up totally for free and actually make commissions. I've seen some that really didn't do all that well, and if people are signing up for these systems, it obviously is attracting a certain type of clientele, and I know that you guys have a clientele that is really, really high level already. So I know that it's going to be top notch, and it's going to really help some people. Have you got a name for it yet?
Not at the minute. We've called it Traffic Domination Light for our working on it purposes, but we're kind of been brainstorming names at the minute. We haven't got a clue, to be honest, what we're going to call it. The concept, the idea, everything's there. Flow's done, half the site's done, but no name yet.
What about so have you gotten any beta testers in this yet?
We'll use pretty much everyone in Traffic Domination, all the
Okay.
members inside
Okay.
Traffic Domination, because it's like one of the members, like I said at the start of the podcast, one of our members come to us and basically said, can you make a product like this? I was away on holiday, so the team, Pavel, for example, he made a product for that guy. He went on and sold $1,500 worth of this product. So that's just one person reselling this product. So we've got marketers like that. We've got 30, 40 marketers just like that who are good at what they do. They can drive tremendous amounts of traffic, turn off a good quality traffic. And that's pretty much all we need to get it started, to get it kicked off. We don't need anything else. We need that. And we've got people like Billy, yourself, we've got some good attraction marketers in there, and we've got some more coming on board who will promote it as well, and then it will just grow legs and away it go. It will be a big, fairly big product. I don't know. I had another system that had 12,000 users, a Facebook group of 12,000. So I picked all the things that went right with that, all the things that went wrong with it, researched tons and tons of programs. Like I've researched for hours on end other programs, what I think they do right, what I think they do wrong, converse with people in the know, and hopefully we've got a bit of a killer system coming out.
Incredible. So Wayne, what is up for next week? What are we going to be doing next week?
Next week, no idea at the minute, mate, but I'm hoping to do something. But it'll be good to do something which you're kind of authority building would be a great subject to cover, because it's something, it comes hand in hand with attraction marketing as well, building authority for yourself. It'd be good to do stuff on mindset as well, because I'm becoming a big advocate of mindset work. So we've got loads of subjects, and it'll be good maybe for some of the listeners to tell us what they want us to talk about, what guests they'd like to see, because we can get some, maybe Tony Robbins, maybe we could get him on there for a couple of people sort of suggested it, and he can come on.
You know what? I firmly believe that if we did all of the right things, that we could actually accomplish something like that. So guys, do us a huge favor, okay? Traffic Domination Podcast at gmail.com is the current email address. Go ahead and send your requests for topics that you'd like for us to cover, because this show is really about you. The show is about how we can help you guys in your business. This is something that we want to do for you guys. We want to make sure that we're providing content that you care about, things that you want to see us discuss more of. The only way we can do that is if you guys either let us know through our social media channels. Look us up on Facebook at Traffic Domination. Look us up also on YouTube, right? We're on YouTube too, is it right?
We are, yeah.
So guys, let us know. Traffic Domination Podcast at gmail.com is our email address for now. If you have anything else for us, reach us on our social media channels. Don't forget also to make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Subscribe to all of our other social media channels as well. We want to make sure that we are giving you as much value as possible. Tell your friends about us. Go ahead and share this podcast. Also, check our last podcast out, where we talk about product launching and really the process that I went through in order to get everything going. But until next time, guys, this is Rob Reese signing off along with your host, Wayne Crow.
Take care, guys.
All right. See you guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.